Dear students, in this video on wave optics, we will study a very important optical phenomena called diffraction with some examples. So let us begin with the definition of diffraction of light, and here comes a definition. The phenomena of bending of light around the corners of an obstacle whose size is comparable with the wavelength of light. Whose size is comparable with the wavelength of light. This phenomena is called diffraction. So it is very important to understand that size of obstacle should be extremely small. It should be comparable with the wavelength of light. It is a necessary condition. So the size and you know that the wavelength of visible light is of the order of 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. So my optical size should be of the order of micrometer. So let us try to understand it by this example. See, if you have a very small slit, it is extremely small, comparable with the size of the wavelength of light. And here, so far you have learned that light travels along a straight line. So this is the path of the light, and this is all shadow. And we do not expect any light in shadow. लाइट सीधी लाइन में चलती है, स्ट्रेट पाथ पे चलती है, तो शेडो में लाइट नहीं जानी चाहिए. पर डिफ्रैक्शन की वजह से ये लाइट यहाँ पर इन कॉर्नर्स पर बेंड होके शेडो में घुस जाएगी. सी व्हाट हैपेंस. Light is entering in the shadow part. See, light is entering in the shadow path. Now light is not traveling along a straight line. ओरिजिनल पाथ लाइट का ये है, लेकिन वो अंदर जा चुकी है. दिस फिनोमिना इज डिफ्रैक्शन. And let's see what happens if we have an opaque obstacle. Now this obstacle is not transparent and the light is coming from the slit. Now the same thing, we expect the light to travel straight. So ये पूरा का पूरा shadow है, यहाँ पे कोई light नहीं होनी चाहिए. But if this size is comparable with the wavelength of light from the source, then light will bend away from its path and it will enter into the shadow part. Let's see. It has entered into the shadow part. So light has bent from its normal straight path. Now this phenomena is diffraction. So diffraction at a slit and diffraction at an obstacle. So this will take place only and only when the wavelength of light is comparable with the size of the obstacle. So now, diffraction of light at a single slit for a plane wavefront. So here we will talk about plane wavefront only. So if we have this slit AB of this parallel beam of light is coming, and if the beam is parallel, my wavefront is a plane wavefront. So यहाँ पर विंडो से एक plane wavefront जो है वो इस एरिया में घुस रही है, and this is screen. So it is like plane wavefront is coming like this way. यहाँ पर this is an opening. This is opening. ये opening है, आपकी slit है, विंडो की जैसी है ये. So now see, every wavefront can act as a source of light. See, every point on this wavefront, all these points act as source of light. And to focus the light on the screen, we can use a convex lens also. So here we have used a convex lens, and just look at it. Now what is happening? See, light waves, secondary wavelets are starting from every point on this wavefront, and the secondary wavelets from this end and this end, they will cover equal distances and reach the center of the screen. And if you think of a middle one, then they will also cover equal distances and reach the center of the screen. तो जब equal distances चलकर आएंगे तो उनके बीच का path difference delta x will be 0. That means all the secondary waves will meet in same phase at this point. और जब वेव्स सेम फेज में मिलेंगे या वेवलेंथ उनका ज़ीरो होगा तो यहाँ पर आपको कंस्ट्रक्टिव इंटरफेरेंस होगा, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्टिव इंटरफेरेंस you obtain a central bright fringe, also called central maximum. So we will obtain a central maximum. The screen distance and see here. The wavelets from wavefront AB reach the center O on the screen in same phase and hence interfere constructively to give a central maximum or bright fringe. So our center is fixed. Center is going to be a bright one. Now we will talk about any general point. अब इस point या ऊपर नीचे कहीं भी और points पर क्या conditions होगी, that we are going to find out. So let's see. At any general point P. So here the screen, the plane wavefront, and see the different points on the plane wavefront, and here it is the center of the wavefront C, and see the size of the slit is A, and see we have used a convex lens to focus light on the screen, and here I want condition at this point P. P is any general point. So for that, let's see. First thing, we have to find out path difference between the secondary waves. See, ये पूरा का पूरा light source है और हर point से light निकल रही है, तो यहाँ पर मिलने वाली waves के बीच का path difference निकालना है. So it is easier if we find out path difference starting from this point A and this point B, and angular position of this point P is theta. Angular position is theta, तो इसका angular position theta है, and this size of slit is extremely small. The size of slit is much smaller than the screen distance D. So what is happening, that these waves are literally parallel, और इस लेंस के आगे वाली सारी डिस्टेंस को हम बराबर मान सकते हैं. सो पाथ डिफरेंस विल बी लेफ्ट हेयर ओनली दिस पार्ट. आगे वाला हम सब इक्वल मान सकते हैं. सो लेट्स सी हाउ वी डू इट. ड्रॉप अ परपेंडिकुलर फ्रॉम पॉइंट ए ऑन बी. जस्ट लुक एट इट. नाउ from this point A, let me make it smaller, yeah. From this point A, drop a perpendicular on this one, and if this angle is theta, then I can consider this angle also as theta, and this angle becomes theta. Then for this right triangle, A is hypotenuse, and then this path difference Bn becomes A sin theta. The path difference here becomes A sin theta. So we can consider the path difference between this wavelet and this wavelet is A sin theta. So इस स्क्रीन पर हमको मैक्सिमा मिलेगा या मिनिमा मिलेगा, ये पाथ डिफरेंस A sin theta डिसाइड करेगा. So let us try to see the different conditions. So the relation for path difference at angle theta is clear. For point P at angular position theta, the path difference between the secondary wavelets from point A and B, delta x, is equal to A sin theta. And since theta is very small, I can simply write it as A theta. For small angles, sin theta is equal to theta. So now what are the conditions that this point P will have a minima? Now for a minima, when the path difference between the secondary wavelets from A and B, that is A sin theta, is lambda. When the path difference is lambda, then what? Assume that the wavefront AB is divided in two equal parts. Now just think of a situation. Okay, I can show it here. See, this is your slit A, B, and I have divided into two equal parts. So every point here is a source of light, secondary wavelet. This is also source of secondary wavelet. And from here, if I take the situation here, we assume that all the waves here are in the, beyond this, they are traveling the same path. So path difference between this wavelet and this wavelet is lambda. So let me take this wavelet as the path difference is lambda here. Okay. And from here you can see, let me take another wave. Now, if the path difference between this and this is lambda, then this is going to be one wave, and from the middle of this wave front, यहाँ से जो मेरी वेव निकल रही है, जो ये वाली वेव निकल रही है, मेरी बीच से जो वेव निकल रही है, यहाँ पर see, you can use your triangle law, and this path difference has to be lambda by 2. And if it is lambda by 2, you can see so this is lambda and this is lambda by 2, right? And if you see, then crest, trough, crest, see, crest over trough, यहाँ भी आगे आपको crest over trough मिल रहा है. तो ये सब के सब दिस साइड अपोजिट फेज में मिल रही हैं. एक का crest है, दूसरे का trough है. एक का पॉजिटिव डिस्प्लेसमेंट, दूसरे का नेगेटिव डिस्प्लेसमेंट. ये सब के सब आगे कैंसिल कर रहे हैं. सो द वेव्स स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम ए सी बी, दे आर कैंसिलिंग आउट. अब वो कैंसिल आउट कर रहे हैं, तो यहाँ पर आपको मिलने वाला है, स्क्रीन पे मिलेगा आपको डार्क फ्रिंज. नाउ थिंक ऑफ अ सिचुएशन कि अब कोई वेव आपकी बीच से, सपोजिंग यहाँ से बीच से शुरू होती है. सी, एवरी पॉइंट इज अ सोर्स ऑफ सेकेंडरी वेव. तो यहाँ पे सारे पॉइंट से वेव्स निकलनी है. तो अगर इस AC के बीच में कोई पॉइंट है और यहाँ से A/2 डिस्टेंस पर एक पॉइंट हम यहाँ ले सकते हैं, तो इससे निकलने वाली वेव और इससे निकलने वाली वेव के बीच में भी λ/2 का ही पार्ट डिफरेंस होगा, अपोजिट फेज में ही होंगी. सो इन दिस वे व्हाट विल हैपन कि ये जो आपकी पूरी वेव फ्रंट थी, इस वेव फ्रंट के पहले हाफ से निकलने वाली सारी वेव्स दूसरे हाफ से निकलने वाली सारी वेव्स को कैंसिल कर देंगी, एंड यू आर गोइंग टू ऑब्टेन अ मिनिमम. सो व्हेन द पाथ डिफरेंस इज लैम्डा, you will obtain a minimum. So let's see how we write it. Assume that the wavefront AB is divided in two equal parts. The path difference between secondary wavelets from A and C is λ/2, so they will interfere destructively. Similarly, for all the secondary wavelets starting from points in part AC. Part AC कौन सा है? The upper part. There will be secondary wavelets from part CB at distance A/2 with a path difference of λ/2. Means फर्स्ट हाफ के सारी सेकेंडरी वेवलेट्स के लिए सेकेंड हाफ में सेकेंडरी वेवलेट मिलेगी A/2 डिस्टेंस पर, जिसका पाथ डिफरेंस λ/2 होगा. So all the secondary wavelets will meet in opposite phase and cancel out, and they will cancel out to make a minimum, first minimum, or a dark band at the screen. So that was the condition for uh, path difference was lambda for first dark fringe. Now for nth dark fringe, this path difference should be equal to a theta n, and the general condition is going to be n lambda. So from here, angular position of first minimum. This was for nth dark fringe. For first minimum, theta 1 will be, so from here you see theta n is n lambda upon a. So theta 1 is lambda upon a. For second dark band or dark minimum, theta 2 will be 2 lambda upon a. The value of n is 2. For third one, 3 lambda upon a. So at these positions, in angular positions पर आपको dark fringe मिलेगी या minima मिलेगा, and the separation between any two consecutive minima. इसके इसके बीच का separation lambda upon a, इसके इसके बीच का separation lambda upon a. So separation between two consecutive minima is lambda upon a. Oh. Separation between any two consecutive minima is lambda upon a. So it's very important. You must remember these relations and this separation also. And the derivation as such is very important. So now let us move on to diagram for this minima. So here you have plane wavefront, and you can see the situation here. I have shown you these 3 points A, B, C, angular positions, and now you see the path difference between wavelet starting from A and starting from B is lambda, and starting from C it will be lambda upon 2. And then what? The wavelets from single wavefront diffract at angle theta 1 such that they reach, such that Bn is lambda, this path difference is lambda, and they reach at point P to make a dark fringe. I hope you understand the condition for minima. And now we will talk about secondary maxima. So see, the center is bright. It is a maximum, central maximum. We are going to talk about the following other maximums. So now imagine that the slit is divided in 3 parts. Oh, sorry. Yeah. For secondary maxima, when path difference between secondary wavelets starting from point A and B is 3 lambda by 2. अब आपके जो एक्सट्रीम पॉइंट्स हैं वेव फ्रंट के, वहाँ से आने वाली सेकेंडरी वेवलेट्स के बीच का पाथ डिफरेंस 3 lambda by 2 है, तब क्या होगा? Assume that the wavefront AB is divided in 3 equal parts. So let's see how we explain it. So here I have created a board for you. Now this is your wavefront, point A and point B, and now we are dividing it into 3 equal parts. So every point is a source of light here, right? And from here onwards, from this point onwards, the waves are covering equal distances. So let me take the waves now. The path difference between A and B, secondary wave starting from A and B is 3 lambda by 2. So that means I get one wave here as this one, right? The next wave, now your geometry, this is 3 lambda by 2, then using your geometry, this is going to be lambda by 2, 2 lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 2. So if it is lambda by, this is, I can start this way, see. And for the next one, this is lambda by 2. And now you see here, okay, one more, this wave. So if you look at, this is lambda by 2, lambda by 2. So path difference between this wave and this wave is lambda by 2. Path difference between this wave and this, sorry, this is lambda. This is full wave, आपकी यहाँ से तक पूरी बनी हुई है और ये आधी बनी हुई है. So आप देखें यहाँ से यहाँ तक you're getting crest over trough over the crest. Look at it. यहाँ पर trough और crest एक साथ आ गए, फिर यहाँ पे crest और trough एक साथ आ रहे हैं, crest और trough एक साथ आ रहे हैं. तो ये सब के सब पहले दो पार्ट्स के, this part and this part, फर्स्ट टू पार्ट्स की जो वेव्स हैं वो एक दूसरे को कैंसिल कर देंगे और वी विल बी लेफ्ट विथ ओनली द वेव स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द थर्ड पार्ट. तो 3 पार्ट्स में हमने डिवाइड किया. पहले 2 पार्ट अपोजिट फेज में हैं, वो कैंसिल कर रहे हैं. केवल 1/3 पार्ट वाली वेव हमारे पास बची हुई है और ये यहाँ पर स्क्रीन पर जाकर हमें ब्राइट स्पॉट देने वाली है. तो हमें ब्राइट स्पॉट मिलेगा, दैट मीन्स अ मैक्सिमम, बट इसकी इंटेंसिटी बहुत कम होगी बिकॉज इट इज़ ड्यू टू ओनली 1/3 पार्ट ऑफ वेव फ्रंट. सो लेट अस सी हाउ वी राइट इट. So, assume that the wavefront is divided in 3 equal parts. The secondary wavelets from first 2 parts will reach the screen with path difference of lambda by 2. So, they will interfere destructively and intensity at this point will be only due to 1/3 of wavefront. So, a secondary maximum is obtained with reduced brightness, and if we generalize this condition, then for nth maximum this delta x will be an, and we had, this is odd multiple of lambda by 2. So when n is equal to 1, you get 3 lambda by 2. So the first secondary maximum is theta 1 is 3 lambda 3 upon 2a. Position of secondary maximum, theta 2 will be 5 lambda upon 2a, and for the third one 7 lambda upon 2a. Now look at it. This first secondary maximum was obtained due to 1/3 of wavefront. This is obtained due to 1/5 of wavefront, and this is obtained due to 1/7 of wavefront. So इसकी इंटेंसिटी कंटिन्यूसली डिक्रीज होती चली जाएगी. सेकेंडरी मैक्सिमम की इंटेंसिटी कंटिन्यूसली डिक्रीज होती चली जाएगी. एंड अनदर इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इज द सेपरेशन बिटवीन दीज सेकेंडरी मैक्सिमम इज, सी इनका सेपरेशन देखें, यू विल गेट लेमडा अपॉन ए. सो कॉन्जिक्यूटिव मिनिमा के बीच का सेपरेशन भी लेमडा अपॉन ए था और कॉन्जिक्यूटिव मैक्सिमा के बीच का सेपरेशन भी लेमडा अपॉन ए है. ओनली द central maximum has twice the width. So let us look at this diagram now. Here the same diagram, you can see the path difference between A and C is 3 lambda by 2. From this point it is lambda, and from this point it is lambda by 2. So this triangle is divided in 3 equal parts and you get the similar situation. So a combined effect at various angles. At the center you get a maximum. Then your first dark point at P1 when the path difference is lambda. Then second position, a bright position, maxima, when the path difference is 3 lambda by 2. Then next dark, when path difference is 2 lambda. And if you plot the intensity, see, you get first dark point here and second dark point here, and this is your maxima, central maximum. So the intensity of central maximum is maximum. और ये यहाँ से यहाँ तक, this was lambda upon A, this is also lambda upon A. So the total is 2 lambda upon A. Now, the next, see, this was a maximum, but its brightness is reduced. ये जो brightness थी वो पूरे वेव फ्रंट की वजह से थी, और ये brightness 1/3 वेव फ्रंट की वजह से है. So brightness कम हो गई है और इसकी width भी कम है. And now the next one is still smaller. यहाँ पे brightness और कम हो चुकी है. So in a way you can see this becomes its intensity graph. Central maximum is the brightest and diffraction is not visible after a few order of diffraction. And now width of central maximum. Now it is the distance between first minima on either side of central maximum. That is width of central maximum. So if you have the slit A and the screen, distance between the screen and the slit is D, and the first central maximum is formed here. Now the position of first minima on either side, first minima here, and angular position of first minima is lambda upon A, ऊपर भी और नीचे भी. So the total angular width इस सेंट्रल मैक्सिमम की टोटल एंगुलर विड्थ हो जाएगी 2 lambda upon A. And if this is y1 and this is also y1, so the total linear width is 2y. And now, okay, so the angular width of central maximum is 2 lambda upon A, this is, and linear width will be the angle into the distance D. So multiply this by the screen distance, 2 lambda D upon A. This becomes the linear width. So this is 2 lambda D upon A, and this is angular width. So you have to remember it. And now let me take a problem based on it. This is from your NCERT book only, and such questions are asked in board also. So a parallel beam of light of wavelength 500 nanometer falls on a narrow slit, and the resulting diffraction pattern is observed on a screen 1 meter away. It is observed that the first minimum is at a distance of 2.5 millimeter from the center of the screen. Find the width of the slit. So first you must understand the things which are given to you and then what is asked. Now according to this question, the position of first minimum from the center of the screen is 2.5 mm. That means the position of that means lambda upon A is this is the angular position into D. This is given to you. Half of width of central maximum is given to you. Linear width. So wavelength of light is 500 nanometer given to you. Screen distance is 1 meter given to you. Width of central maximum will be twice of this 2.5 mm, that is 5 millimeter. So width of central maximum is 5 millimeter, and the relation for width of central maximum is 2 lambda D upon A. So we are going to use it. I want to find out A. So take A to the other side and divide it by this one, cross multiplication. So A is equal to 2 lambda D upon 5 mm. Convert everything in SI units and you get 2, and the lambda is 500 nanometer. So 500 into 10 to the power minus 9 meter, d is 1 meter upon 5 millimeter है, convert it to meter into 10 to the power minus 3 and simplify it. You get A is equal to 2 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter होना चाहिए. Sorry, this is meter. This is not millimeter, this is meter. And this is equal to 0.2 millimeter. So the width of the slit is 2 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter or 0.2 millimeter. So you have to understand the given situation in questions, and along with the derivation, simple numericals are asked on it. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope that it is useful to all of you. Thank you.